It's November 7th. I'm Reggie Green here with your mortgage rate and housing update for the week. Boom! Let's get right into it. Interest rates had a fantastic week last week. Interest rates dropped about 0.5%, hitting their lowest levels on Friday afternoon. Since then, they've given back some of the gains, but as of the evening of November 6th, according to Mortgage News Daily, the average interest rate in the country on a conventional loan was 7.48%, and it's going to be even lower on your green home loans rate sheet. So sometimes you think 0.5% lower on the rate, that's not a huge difference. It's actually a huge swing in the marketplace in a short window of time. On a $400,000 loan, 0.5% drop on the rate is going to save you $132 per month or $15.92 per week from just last week. So a pretty big change, and super happy for all those people out there shopping for a home that can take advantage of it. So why did interest rates drop so much? There was two major things that happened last week. First thing, the Fed did not raise the federal funds rate. And a lot of people really think that they've hit the peak, they're not going to raise it anymore, and eventually they're going to drop it. So I think that's really positive for the market. The second, probably even more major thing, was the BLS jobs report. It was estimated that there would be 180,000 jobs created in October, and we came below the estimates at 150,000. Maybe even more importantly, we revised the prior 2 months, lowering the job creation by 101,000. So low job creation or revisions to job creation lower help interest rates, because it means what the Fed is doing is working, and you're eventually going to see rates come down as inflation comes down. The other big news is unemployment is now at 3.9% from the low levels of 3.4%. So when you see a 0.5% increase in the unemployment rate from the low to the high, you almost always see a recession. And a lot of people think recession's bad for housing, but in reality, here's what normally happens. When you have a recession, you see interest rates drop and you see housing go up at a moderate level. So we're going to share a infographic showing what's happened in the last 5 or 6 recessions, just so you can see that data for yourself. According to an article on Redfin, almost 7% of home sellers right now are dropping prices. And that's the highest number they've seen on record. So let's think about this. We're coming into the holiday season, which is traditionally a lower demand season because people aren't focused on buying houses. Then you have October hit and rates go up to over 8%. So demand is even going lower. Okay, now what happens is that demand's going lower, you're seeing inventory creep up because housing is sitting on the market for longer. So you're seeing more price drops and more seller concessions because sellers have to get more competitive because there's a lower amount of buyer pool. So here's my prediction. You're gonna see home prices drop or higher seller concessions for Q4 of 2023 and probably the first part of Q1 in 2024. What's going to happen, in my opinion, is you're going to see during the spring and summer buying season, you're going to see a lot more demand come on the market, and you're also eventually going to see rates drop with a recession. So all this pent-up demand that's been sitting there for a year and a half is going to start coming back on the market, and you're going to see home values rise at a much higher pace than they went down in Q4 and maybe the first part of Q1 of 2024. That's my prediction. Reggie Green here with your November 7th mortgage rate and housing update. I hope you have a great week.